Alrighty, it is currently 8:31 a.m. and I do want to show you what is the people of the state. This is OMNITRANS. This is the third-party group stalker. They are molesting with directed light while they drive by. This is the demon possessed. All right, and they're stalking in the path while they drive by. Molestation with that is impossible light activity. Okay, and it's also occurring under what is, first of all, sunlight doesn't ricochet, and they're driving in the shade doing that. 7 BHP 046. And Chaffee Joint Union High School Student Transportation of America, the engagement in that pattern of conduct while I stand here and adjusting my phone. So I want to be clear, that's the conduct that demons engage in, and that's the ongoing act of hostility. Not only is this engineered light that they're driving in, it's the mark of demon possession. That's a demon that's crossing path, okay? You have what is the entity engaging in this conduct under what is not the sun. It remains over the building of 435 South Bondview. It's currently 8:32 a.m. and the entity is engaging in this conduct under what is a light source that remains over me, which is speaking to the stalking presence of the people of the state, okay? Acting in concert with an entity that is engaged in surveillance. And this is a state facilitating venue. This is the same state facilitating venue at 3:26 p.m. at this intersection where the Ontario Police Department are group stalking. They are crossing paths while the fake sun is right over my head. Here's the fake sun right here, and this is the demons of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. They are engaging in group stalking. This is the same venue, the state facilitating venue of the San Bernardino County Public Health Clinics. And you have what is the placement of the light source that is remaining in alignment with me as I remain yesterday at 435 South Bondview. This is the same fake sun, all right, not the actual sun. It's an impossibility, first of all, as it remains as a matter of documentation over a building where I am distinct from this location. You have what is the fake sun that's over me at the same location where I'm at 3:26 p.m. while demons such as Chaffee Joint Union High School cross paths with directed light. These are the demons that are engaging in what is relevant positioning at a facilitating venue. This is the state facilitating venue. This is law enforcement, and this is demon possession of law enforcement. They are the same demon possessed population that also engaged in what is kidnapping. And they engaged in what is this ongoing surveillance inside of the state facilitating venues of West Valley, where the entity engaged in what you see the demons molesting with directed light. Directed light filled the facilities where these sheriffs reside. Let me be clear, he's monitoring with a communication device, and this is also the identification of a demon-possessed individual identified with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. While the fake sun is over me, this is the same fake sun that's over my head at 3:26 p.m. That's the pattern of conduct. That is 1133567, and directed light is on the ground while that demon crosses path. That is crossing path under engineered light. This is ongoing surveillance. Monitoring with the people of the state. This is the state facilitating venue, all right? And so I want to be clear, the demons that are crossing path over here, they are monitoring while you are inside of any facilitating venue, in relevant position, in other words, while the fake sun is over you, which is an impossibility as to understanding what is not possibly the sun. You're understanding how that system works. That is law enforcement, the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department at the same intersection of Euclid and Transit at 8:30 in the morning under the fake sun. That is not possibly present under any circumstances remaining over 435 South Bondview until 1:36 p.m. But it's also not present at the same time over me at this corner while I remain at 435 South Bondview, and you see the light source while I'm at that property facing east, and it's over the building. In addition, this is the same intersection where the Ontario Police Department are engaging in what is crossing path, communicating and terrorizing threat as they are monitoring my documentation, just as the Sheriff's Department are, just as the people of the state are, while they molest with directed light under what is the fake sun that remains here. This is the Ontario Museum of History and Arts. Okay, this entity is engaging in what is surveillance together. It's demonic. And that is the terrorizing threat while law enforcement are of that condition, placing you under surveillance, the entity monitoring your documentation. And so this is 8:35 a.m. Reference the documentation of what is 3:26 p.m. where the fake sun is directly over me, and the fire department and AMR are engaged in criminal summoning. The fake sun remaining over 435 South Bondview, where RYDER goes out of its way to cross path as it is now under the fake sun. That's a stalker identified as by a company name. In doing so while the fake sun remains over 435 South Bondview for the duration of the day. You're talking about from rise until 1:36 p.m. Out of conformity with what is already previously documented, out of conformity with what would be the actual sun if it were. And if that was the actual sun, engaging in that albeit impossible conduct of remaining over the property of 435 South Bondview, it would not be present here over the roof of the museum, and it is engaging in the pattern of moving as I move. As I did not move from 435 South Bondview yesterday until 1:36 p.m., that light source did not move. All right, it remained in alignment with me just as it is now as I walk up the street. And these are demons who are stalking and molesting with directed light, monitoring with communication devices, engaging in the conduct of a perpetual sex offender, touching with engineered light, just as the sheriff's department does. Okay, it's not different. They are the same condition and they're in the same environment, stalking and monitoring together in violation of existing federal law. It is currently 8:36 a.m. This is P.O.C. And again, those are the the school district. 7AVD 785 is a minion. She's crossing path 1602, 7Y2, 6CGV 686. And this is 150 East Holt, where the state's fake sun is over me, as I showed on this same intersection at 3:55 48 hours ago. All right, and this is the fake sun over me, the same fake sun that's in alignment with me here at 6:37 in the morning approximately. This is already documented. All right, and it's an impossible occurrence while the demon possessed touch with light. They're a demonstration of that demon possession, and it is also a show of hostility. It is also that which is the grounds of the prosecution for the perpetual sex offender that is the state of California, placing one under surveillance, doing so via engineered light. All right, this is the P.O.C. and this is the absence of the light source from remaining over the museum, which indeed it was, as I showed you earlier, and it is not over 435 South Bonneview, which is again west of the location of 435 South Bonneview, and I remain at 435 South Bonneview until 1:36 p.m. It would not be present over the museum under any circumstances, and it's not coexisting at the same time, remaining perpetually present under any circumstances over both properties until 1:36 p.m. Okay, this is the P.O.C.